Welcome to the Grovecast, a municipal podcast hosted by the City of Cottage Grove. We are here to demystify city government, make it more accessible to you, while also showcasing the real human beings who work every day providing services to residents. I am your co-host, Communications Manager, Phil Jentz.
Hi, everyone. I am Emily Schmitz, the Community Development Director with the City of Cottage Grove. That was a lot, Phil, like these people don't know who we are quite yet.
Are we famous?
I should have just said,
yet?
Hey, it's Emily again.
It's Emily again and Phil again.
Yeah.
I don't know that we can say that we're famous, though. We're not like
yet.
household names quite yet.
But we are international.
That's true. And you know what? Thank you for listening, whoever you are, wherever you are.
And they probably listen in Wisconsin, too.
Do they?
I don't know.
Even in Wisconsin, we've got listeners?
Probably.
Okay. I appreciate that. Well, Emily, welcome. Welcome back. How you doing today?
Hey, it's been a while. You want to know what I was thinking, Phil? Side note here for everyone. Our guest today is probably going to be like, what are they talking about? But we're reading this book about negotiations. And
yeah.
Phil, you have the best late night DJ voice ever.
Do I?
Do you? Yeah.
Okay.
It's calm, cool, collected. And here I am, up, down, left, right, sideways. I couldn't be.
Cool, collected.
All right. So do I just schedule?
The podcast voice.
Yeah. You could give me some
voice
tips and
some
tricks.
Vocal tips. Mm-hmm. I mean, I guess.
All right. Well, that's
add it to the resume.
I'm just saying. If you needed a second gig.
Second gig, yeah.
Okay.
We'll do the calm, cool, collected DJ hour with Phil and Emily.
Right.
And our esteemed guest, our colleague, none other than Finance Director.
Drum roll.
Brenda Malinowski. Brenda, welcome.
Well, thank you.
How you doing today, Brenda?
I'm doing well.
You doing well? Excited to be on a podcast? Not excited to be on a podcast?
I am nervous to be on a podcast.
Phil, what do we do to make people nervous? I think it's because it's recorded and then people think it goes,
Yeah, I mean, but you're already doing great.
Yeah. So it's
You're here, you're laughing, you're chuckling.
I know.
In terms of nerves and just breaking the ice, we usually do like to kind of just ask that softball question of like, what have we done? The superpowers, I think.
We've done superpowers and also our favorite food. What we're like, or your favorite lunch spot in Cottage Grove.
Ooh.
I know.
Let's do that lunch. What's your lunch order, Brenda?
Anything.
Well, what I usually have for lunch is spinach with chicken and dressing.
Every day.
All right.
Probably 4 out of 5 days a week.
What kind of dressing are we talking about?
Balsamic vinegar this week.
Homemade?
No.
Okay.
That is too much work.
She only goes so far.
I only go
Phil.
so far. I'm not making the homemade balsamic.
I can respect that.
Time is
That's
money.
a
I'm the
lot.
finance director. I got things to do.
Okay, what if we were going to take you out to eat?
Where would we go?
What's your favorite?
Anywhere with a good salad or a good sandwich. Anything like that.
What you always veer towards? Mm-hmm. Excellent, because Phil and I are all about French fries. So that'd be
and mac
great.
and cheese.
And mac and cheese.
And Jimmy John's, I think, is what your
Jimmy
first
John's,
answer was.
Yeah, it's my
or simple
favorite.
folk over here.
Yeah. Well, we'll balance Brenda out.
Right.
This is great. I know. I love it. Phil, by the way, my favorite currently right now obsession, I only made it once, but I bet you I'll make it again, is apple crisp.
Ooh, okay. And 'tis the season, right?
Seriously, yeah. It's super easy. It's like 5 ingredients.
Way back in the day when I was a kid, and my brother and I, he's older than me, my mom made 2 full sheet pans of apple crisp for like family and friends that she was having over, that my family was having over. And my brother and I, over the summer, I think it was, we ate like both full pans of apple crisp. So
did you eat
apparently
yourself
that's
out of it?
Apparently that's our jam, apple crisp.
Until you have a tummy ache that you can't come back from, Phil.
Yeah, it was not very well advised, but we were young and we got away with it, I guess.
I know.
So Brenda, you're the finance director. Thanks for joining us. I know it's not every day you're asked to do something like this.
It's on her bucket list, Phil. It's fine.
Check.
She was just in Iceland, but really, she wanted to be on the podcast.
Spent all that time in Iceland thinking about being on the podcast, talking about city operations.
I did.
Well, thank you for indulging us. We really appreciate it. So, finance director, I think most people might kind of know, generally speaking, what a finance director does. But for those who maybe don't, what do you do, Brenda? What does a finance director do?
Absolutely. Well, first of all, thanks for inviting me. I'm excited. We really oversee all the financial services of the city. It's as simple as that, whether it is ensuring that property taxpayer, their tax money is spent responsibly and appropriately. We do that. We pay vendors, issue utility bills, collect those payments. So anything with some funds or some money attached, we are tasked with making sure that that is done properly.
And you say anything with money attached, Brenda. I mean, the list is endless,
It's
right? As
everything.
it
It is.
relates
Yeah.
to how the city operates, you know, it's not just, well, here's a couple of checks. I mean, it's everything.
It really must be. I mean, everything that the city does at some point in time is kind of coming across your desk or touching finance or impacting finance somehow.
Absolutely. Yep. Our team, they ensure that it is all recorded properly in the correct funds and
Yeah.
for our taxpayers so that we can show that compliance to our citizens and our residents of what's going on.
Because we don't just willy nilly, right? Like every once in a while, I look at my bank account and I'm like, it looks good. You guys have a system, a process for a reason.
Absolutely. Yeah, we have to show that compliance. Whether it's government accounting standards or the state, the Office of the State Auditor, we have to show that compliance.
You said utilities. We didn't always do that, did we?
We didn't always do it in-house. So in January of this year, we converted to a new utility billing software that is housed at the City of Cottage Grove. In the past, we did have one person in our utility department overseeing that process with an outside vendor. We brought it in-house in January, and it has been marvelous.
Yeah.
It's been good to be able to connect with our residents and just have a better in-house process and better
Yeah.
customer,
Right.
more seamless service.
Yeah. With every resident who has a utility bill, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we're able to have that hands-on. Yeah.
Which must be nice. I mean, in-house, you've got people who work for the city who know this community probably a heck of a lot better, with all due respect to some other company, right? So that must be nice from a customer service standpoint, that residents can call and it's somebody who knows this community and knows this organization pretty well to help them through whatever they need help with.
It's been a very good transition, yes.
So while you guys aren't juggling water bills, I was just had a thought. So, Brenda, you help all of us directors, because we've talked to a lot of directors on here, right? But I have to just say, Brenda keeps us in line, by the way, with all of our budgets as well. So because we talked to Pete and Public Safety and Zach and Parks
Right.
and Rec, right? So they put together their budgets, and then you, throughout the year, and your team, make sure that we stay the course.
Absolutely, yes. So throughout the year, we are, as you know, Emily, we're sending out reports to all the directors to say, this is what you requested in your budget. This is what City Council approved in your budget.
Yeah.
This is where you're at. This is where I think you're going to land at the end of the year. Are you going to be over in this line item or under in this, so that we know those estimates so we can report those to City Council?
Yeah, because, I mean, we don't have a money tree.
Not yet.
Okay.
Not yet.
Okay.
Yeah,
We'll
you
keep-
must have to
we'll
tell
keep
people
looking.
no a lot too. Like you're telling the police chief, like, no, I'm sorry, you're not going to get that
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
in the
I don't-
best way possible.
In the
Right.
best way possible, right, Emily? Yep,
Yeah.
we do. And but we collaborate well as directors and with the City Council, and everybody understands that it's not an unlimited amount of money that we're able to spend to provide services to our residents. So the City Council and the staff, we prioritize those levels of services and really are able to provide exceptional levels of services to our citizens, whether it's police, fire, streets, snow plowing, parks and recreation, at some of the lower rates on that median home, whether we compare ourselves in Washington County or to growing cities in the metro, over
Yeah.
40,000. So
And Brenda, this is a really big question, but I'll couple it. I mean, how do we do that? But you also plan, not just annually, but long term too, right?
absolutely, and I think that is my favorite part of my job is the planning. So when I started
In our
my
spreadsheets.
Those city employees and how much they love
Yeah,
the
I
long-term
can't.
planning. Yeah, I love it too.
when I first started my career, it was about balancing and making sure that we balanced. But now, in my role, and I've got such a great team that are able to do those accounting services and tick and tie, we can do that planning with the City Council and with the directors so that we don't have large impacts. And that is really
Right.
one of my
Yeah.
favorites, is to look long-term to make sure that the decisions we make today, what impact it will have on those property tax dollars, positively or negatively
Yeah.
in the future.
And you have touch points within that too, that long range plan where you can say like, are we in line with the plan? Are we kind of falling outside of it? Do we have to pivot a little? And so that is really smart, it seems like, to do that way.
Yep.
Yeah.
We update that plan every year.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay, so Brenda, you mentioned throughout your career, and you said, at this point now you get to focus on that. Okay, tell me more about how you decided finance director is what I want to be. Because as a planner, willy-nilly, liberal arts degree kind of a thing, oh man, the numbers, my calculator is probably dusty. How did you know this is the direction you wanted to go, or did you just fall into it a little bit?
I fell into it a little bit, I thought. So we moved to the city of Cottage Grove back in 1996, and there was an accounts payable job at the city of Cottage Grove, and I applied for it and got that job. And so that's what started that direction. Saw what the role entailed. I was underneath the finance director at that time and grew that way. But as I look back on that career, my mom was a treasurer of a small community in Wisconsin, elected position. And so I think that while I think I fell, I think
Subconsciously.
I
was
was
there.
following it. Yep.
Yeah.
No kidding. Because you were like, I'm great at balancing the checkbook. This makes sense.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, Brenda, what are some
fantastic.
issues or projects that you've worked on that you're particularly fond of? You mentioned long range planning and some other things too. So, is there anything that you work on that you are really proud of, or that you find that you're like particularly interested in?
Well, because of that long-range planning, at the same time, we went out, we did a 10-year financial management plan with the city council, and there was a lot of input on that. We presented that to S&P Global as part of the bond rating sale the next year, and we received a AAA bond rating upgrade. And so I'm really proud of that, and it was from work of previous finance directors before me and city administrators and city councils, but I was in the chair with Jennifer when that happened, and it was very exciting to get that call that we had been, finally upgraded from the AA plus to the AAA.
And that is a big deal.
Well,
It
right?
is.
it totally is. And I have to ask Brenda from like a layman's term. I mean, I generally know what it is. Maybe Phil doesn't. So when you say
now.
AAA, I'm kidding, Phil.
For the lay people in the room, such as myself.
I know.
Yeah.
Phil actually knows all of the
I
communications.
There's so much I don't know. Yeah.
But like, what does AAA mean? Why is that so awesome for us to have accomplished?
Well, it is really the gold standard when you go and apply. When we issue debt for our pavement management projects, and sometimes for the buildings that we build, our central fire station.
Yeah.
Those sorts of projects we issue debt for. So just like a resident will go and get a mortgage when they buy their house, and they do that credit rating on us.
Like a credit
right?
score.
It is our credit
Like an 800
score.
credit score, right? Like
Absolutely.
super good.
Excellent.
We're at
Excellent.
820 now.
Nice.
We're good. Yes.
Our credit karma's looking pretty
I
solid.
was going to say we're doing okay.
So our interest rate is lower.
Yeah. That's fantastic. And that takes a lot of hard work to stay the course.
It does by everyone, the city council, the directors, all the staff, everyone.
It has
takes
to
a
be
lot.
because you couldn't manage all of it on your own.
Solid budgets, a solid financial plan, audits that aren't turning up, bad things, right? Like, I mean, people out there who have excellent credit must know, like, it takes a lot of work and prudence financially to get there. Doesn't happen on accident,
Nope, it takes, thoughtful consideration and planning.
right?
What, Brenda, part of your job do you just not necessarily love the most? What's the hardest part?
Recording podcasts.
Yeah, you can say that. We'll accept it.
I think the amount of emails that we have
Yeah.
to go through on a daily basis, and Emily, you're no different, Phil, you're no different, and just
Yeah.
wanting to stay on top of those, and sometimes you have to concentrate on some other tasks, and so the emails.
How do you balance?
Constant battle.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
It is. It is. Yeah. Sometimes you just have to shut it off and say, it'll wait.
I will schedule replying to emails, like on my calendar. Like next week, I'll reply to the thing that I need to get back to
Yeah.
Emily on or
Yeah.
whatever, because I
Yeah.
will either forget or
Yeah.
I'll get distracted, and then I'll not get done the thing I was working on when the email came in.
Yeah. Yeah. But
Tough.
that's part of it. I totally. Yeah.
And sometimes I will do them early in the morning as I'm getting ready for work or stay and get through them. But yeah, scheduling is always a good thing too.
Figure it out.
And you didn't turn on an out of office email when you came to record today's podcast?
She should have.
I did not.
I know, but speaking of balance, Brenda is really good. Phil, I don't know if you know this, but she has such wonderful opportunities to travel.
Really?
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Well,
I
you
won't-
mentioned Iceland earlier.
I won't get into the details. Yeah, but she's been pretty cool places. Brenda, I am curious. In your travels, what has been, the best food that you've tried or something unique where you were just like, oh, I'd go back there for that?
I think my favorite place, and not about the food, which was good though, was Rome.
Really?
And the history in Rome. When you're looking at things that were BC or early AD, I just
It almost
was
blows
amazed.
your mind.
Yes, the tours and the knowledge that we learned when we were in Rome was excellent.
Yeah.
When in Rome.
That's what they all say,
When
Phil.
in Rome.
Yeah.
Literally.
I know, and we all live vicariously through Brenda, and she brings back her wonderful stories of her adventures. It's fantastic. I know, but you have to, right? You have to walk away sometimes and take a breather. I mean, we all do.
We do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We all do.
Well, before we let you go, Brenda, we've talked about food a couple
Yeah.
times. And we've talked about traveling. But what about superpowers?
Yeah, we
if
have
you could
to
have
know.
a superpower,
We have
what
to
are you
know.
thinking?
Yeah. Well, I had to ask my husband because he loves all the Marvel
love it.
films.
Oh, really?
So he knows all about superpowers. But what I came up with is that I would like to be a time traveler. I would like that.
Really?
And some people want to go backwards so they can change. I would like to go forward so that I can know when we're doing budget processes or planning what's really going to happen. We use, we have to do a lot of estimating. And we do it well, don't we, Emily? On
But if
building
you could
permits.
know,
If we knew, could you imagine?
The crystal ball. You could see forward,
yeah,
know what to plan for.
that's fascinating because Zach wanted to go backwards because Zach likes history.
And Pete did too, I think.
I think Pete might
Yeah.
have said that too, but Brenda,
I want to go
Forward.
forward.
you are so onto something.
I like that.
Here I am just wanting to be indivisible. I gotta rethink.
I just wanted to fly.
I know. I need
Yeah.
to have a conversation with your husband. Is what I need to do, Brenda. He needs to help me out. What are my other options here?
What a great finance director answer that is, too.
It is
to be able to see
perfect.
forward and read,
Yep.
read the tea leaves, so to speak, and see what's
Yes.
coming down the road. I love that. Well, Brenda, that's all the time that we have. You're busy. Lord knows you've got a lot of other things to do other than record a podcast today. But
I know,
we
but
do
this is
want to
fun.
thank
It's
you.
fun.
Yeah.
We want to thank you for indulging us and coming in and telling us a little bit about what finance directors do and all the stuff that you oversee. So thank you.
Of course. Thank you for having me.
Well, thanks everyone for listening, whether you're in Wisconsin or international or right here in Cottage Grove. Thanks for listening. This has been the Grovecast, a City of Cottage Grove municipal podcast. You can catch episodes monthly, and to listen or download, find us at cottagegrovemn.gov/thegrovecast or wherever you get your podcasts. Thank you to True Lens Community Media for producing the Grovecast, and stay tuned for our next episodes where we'll move on to other departments, city services, or other topics. Thanks for listening.